Thank God this season is over. Thank God we don't have to sit through this shit another week. Let's get ready for not Love and Marriage Huntsville, but let's get ready for marriage boot camp. But first, we got to get through this review, and I'm pretty sure this review won't be long, just like the last one wasn't long. So, without any further ado, let's get into this review. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. We're here for another review of the season finale of Growing Up Hip Hop Season 6, Episode 32. And this episode was about an hour and 30 minutes long due to the fact that we had to sit there and listen to this tragic ass thing that we call a marriage that has something to do with Sam and Egypt. But before we get into any of that, let me give you guys a reminder that Saturday night will be the new episode of Boys Night Out. We will be returning on Saturday night. Okay, expect to see at least four of us, because I think Josiah won't be able to make it Saturday night, but most definitely we will be in the building Saturday night at 9, 8 Central Time. Is going to be a pretty short episode of Boys Night Out. It won't be no more than an hour and 15 minutes, just due to the fact that Love and Marriage Huntsville comes out that same night. So me and Terrence got to review it. So that's why we're going to keep things short and simple, and we're going to more so focus on the hot topics that we didn't get to discuss while we were on hiatus. So be on the lookout for Boys Night Out at 9, 8 Central Time. Okay, be on the lookout for it. So that's it for promotion for right now, but I'll get into some more promotion at the end of the video. But I'm gonna say this. I'm glad that this season is over. When I tell y'all, I fell asleep so many times throughout this show, and I had to rewind it a couple of times just to get back to where I was at. And I took a couple of notes. But like I said, I don't foresee this video being no more than 10 to 12 minutes. I really don't, because it ain't that much to talk about. So we're gonna get right on into the get down. So we're gonna start this thing off with Tanise, Vanessa, and Aaliyah, aka Dirt Cheap. Now they discussed TT's wedding. You know what I'm saying? Denise was talking about how beautiful it was, how beautiful TT looked, and how happy TT was. And even though it was raining, nothing could really stop the wedding. She lost her ring and everything else under the sun. But all in all, TT got through this wedding and she was cute. And that was really all that mattered about the situation. Then Denise talked about the quality time that she spent with JoJo and how it really brought their marriage back on point and how they're in a better place at this particular point in time now. And she feels like it brought her marriage back to where it needed to be. So now her and JoJo are working on things the best way that they can. So I can say that that is a good thing. Then they start talking about Sequoia. And Vanessa tells Tanise that, she sat down with Sequoia, and Sequoia, said that she wanted to have a sit down with Tanise and iron things out. Now, Tanise was not as open to the situation, mainly due to the fact because Sequoia going to everybody but her at this point. So she'd rather hear from Sequoia herself versus, okay, I'm going to go to JoJo. Okay, I'm going to go to Vanessa. Bitch, come to me so we can discuss this. You know what I mean? So that's really where we're at with it. Then next thing you know, Sequoia DMs Tanise and basically asked to have a sit down with her. And Tanise was like, okay, I'll go see what she got to say. But it's really confusing to me because it's like when I saw this girl, she had all this smoke for me. But when I'm listening to everybody talk about how she is outside of that, she seems like a pretty cool person. So I guess I'll give her a shot. So the next thing you know, Egypt goes over to Pepper's house and she basically lets Pepper know that she will be eloping with Sam tomorrow. And it looks to me like Pepper is not here for it. She had to get up and pull the Henny out because she really could not believe that Egypt is that silly to sit up here and make a decision like that to decide that she's going to marry Sam tomorrow. And I feel like that's not a good idea. But like I said, I ain't never been married before. One of these days, I just might get married, and hopefully this is the right time. But all I'm going to say is this. I just don't think that it's the right thing for her to do. Like, this dude is looking at all these years in prison. So because she really want to prove her love to this dude, she thinks that getting married is the best way to go, and that's the key to everything. And it's not. And she's looking real crazy right now. And I really don't know what else to say about it. But Egypt looks stupid as hell. But who am I to judge? Because it ain't me. I'm the one that ain't got no damn ring on my finger. So who am I to judge and who am I to talk about? I just feel like it's just a stupid decision just based off of his situation alone. He's sitting up here dealing with all these court situations and looking at all this time in jail that we gonna sit up here and act like this is a good idea. It ain't no good idea. So let's not act like it is a good idea. Period. It's not no good idea at all. But Pepper don't seem to be thrilled with the situation at all. And so she got to walk away. And while Egypt is telling her about it, she turns around and she asks Egypt, is you pregnant? Is you pregnant? That's what she want to know. She want to know if Egypt is pregnant. And then it goes to a commercial. So then we go into Tanise and Sequoia. They finally sit down at this restaurant. They having a little bit of wine, and Sequoia pretty much apologizes to Tanise and says that she took the comment out of proportion and that she was wrong. And my thing with Sequoia is she is seeming to be the more mature person in this entire situation, and I am very proud of her for that. Tanise is actually listening to what she has to say, and she's not harboring over the things that she's already done. She's looking at her like, okay, that was then. This is another situation. So therefore, I'm going to give her a shot. Now, Sequoia said, now, where do we go at this point? Because she apologized and Tanise accepted the apology. So now Sequoia is like, okay, so where are we going to go from here? I know that we're not really going to be friends, but what's going to happen at this point? But Tanise is open to the situation. She's sitting here listening to her. She's sitting here talking to her, and she feels like this girl is actually a cool person. So why not be friends with her? Why not give her a chance? Why not open up the doors for her? You hear what I'm saying? So that's where she's at with the situation. So, kudos to Sequoia and Tanise for handling their situation like some grown ass adults, okay? Because not everybody on this show handles their shit like that. So shout out to Tanise and Sequoia. That's all they really had to do anyway, was sit down and have a conversation about it. So then Egypt and Pepper are back, and she denies that she's pregnant, but she's talking about the court situation and how they pushed the court case back, and how she feels like this is at the end of the day, she was going to marry Sam anyway. No matter what the circumstances was, she was going to marry Sam anyway. And it's just like, whether he goes to jail or not, that's still my nigga, so I'm gonna marry him regardless. And Pepper is not really here for it. Like, Pepper ain't here for it. She's just in a whole nother place. And I guess it's just that she gotta process it, because no mother wants their daughter to elope. Like, a mother wants to help their daughter plan a wedding, be involved in the planning of the wedding, and picking out the dress and picking out the flowers and all that other stuff. Because really, the wedding is all about the woman anyway, because the man really don't give a damn about no wedding. The bride gives a damn. So a lot of the times, mothers want to be involved in a situation, and she feels like Egypt robbed her out of that opportunity. But at the same time, as stupid as this situation just might be, it's still Egypt's situation, and it's her stupid situation to deal with on her own. So at the end of the day, that's just where we at with it. So, but like I said, Pep is really not here for that at all, and you can see it in her hard ass face that she ain't here for it at all. So it is what it is, okay? So next thing you know, Pep talks to Maureen about it, which is TT's mama, and Maureen ain't here for it either. You know what I mean? She was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. She does not need to get married right now. No, 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 no. They don't know that she does not need to get married right now. That's not a good idea. Like, what are you gonna do, Sandy? What are you gonna do?" And it's just like, no one is here for it. As much shit as we've been giving Pep and Trish, it looks like Pepper not here for it. And she was like, I don't think it's the best idea to be doing this while he going through these legal issues. And I think that's what a smart person needs to say. You don't need to be doing this while you're going through your legal issues. And that's just the facts. That's facts on facts, top on facts. Period. You don't need to be doing it. But it's just like, she just focused on the whole wedding aspect. Like, she want to be included, and she's not included. But just like Maureen said, at this point, she want to be grown, let her be grown. But what she got to understand is, now that she's grown and now that she's finna tie the knot, there's some things that Pepper had done for her that she can no longer do. No one wants to take care of you, and you got a husband. That's who's supposed to take care of you. So once I let you go and go get married, then your husband take over what I was supposed to be doing. Because as your mama, that's a done deal. You done got married now. I done gave you away. You done got married now. So that's the person that's supposed to be taking care of you. But how he going to take care of you when he in jail? How he going to take care of you when he ain't got no money or no job? How he going to do that? But that ain't none of my business. It is what it is. So whatever. And then Maureen was like, this is the second wedding that you might not even be invited to. And Pepper started laughing. So then, They're in the studio listening to Egypt's music or whatever you want to call it, child. And Egypt pulls her stepmother aside and she basically tells her that she's getting married today. She's getting married today. Okay. And at the like everybody's surprised. Everybody got the same reaction. And all her stepmama want to know is, do your daddy know? And she was like, well, Sam is supposed to be telling him that right now. And she was like, oh my God, I don't know how Tretch is going to deal with this. I just don't know how he's going to deal with this. So then Sam starts discussing his case with Lazy Bone and Tretch. I'm still trying to understand how the hell did Sam and Lazy Bone become so tight after these few episodes, but whatever. So they discussing the case, and Lazy Bone and Tretch is trying to give him some advice, but Tretch gave him that evil eye like, did you ever think about what you did? Like, not letting this happen again, especially not in the presence of my daughter and all this other stuff. So after that, Sam says that they are eloping. And Tretch is super supportive. And I'm still wondering why he's super supportive. I'm still wondering why he's so okay with it. And it's the enabling for me. But at the same time, Egypt is grown. So it really ain't nothing that he can say about it now, is it? It ain't nothing he can say about it, is it? You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. So I don't know. 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 I don't know what to say about that, but yeah. Yeah. So it's Eric's party, and then we see DJ Yella, Corrupt. Every time I see Corrupt, all I can think about is the fact that he used to date Foxy Brown, but then started dating Natina Reed, rest in peace, from Black, and it had that song called "It's Over, It's Over Now, Move Over." It had that song. Basically dissing Foxy like it ain't shit, Go look at it on YouTube, bitch. Go look at it on YouTube because I used to love that song. But yeah, there DJ Yeller talking about the history of him and how he's always been there for little Easy E, even after Easy E died or whatever. And then Twist and Pep, they embrace. Twist gives her props and her praise as a damn legend and a pioneer of rap music altogether, which, as much as I don't like Pepper when her hard face ass, she's still a legend. I can't take that from her. I can take the plastic surgery from her ass, but I can't take away her accomplishments. I just can't do that. So with that being said, all right. She talking about how young she look, and Twist was like, sometimes I gotta control myself, like, you do look young. My thing is, why y'all not giving us more Twist, more Brianna? Like, that's what we want. We don't want all this mess, but okay, girl. All right, girl. Okay. So then after that, Peppa doesn't want to talk about this wedding. And everybody asking where Egypt at, but she ain't ready to talk about the wedding because she know that it's some bullshit. So then Eric asked Peppa about Sam's situation, and she said all she knows is that the case got pushed back. That's it. And then Eric was like, well, me and him are cool, but I just didn't know about it. So since you're in my space, I just decided to ask you what's going on with it. So TT and Sean arrives, and it starts raining. Tiny wants Sequoia and Cree to mend their fences, but it's kind of like Sequoia was like, even though I've already talked to Cree about everything that went down, I'm still not comfortable. I still don't know where we stand right now. And to be honest, I understand where she's coming from, because you can speak on your grievances with a person all day long, especially when y'all fought or almost fought or anything like that. You can speak on your grievances with somebody, but it's still going to be that uncertainty sometimes. Like, you don't know if you should speak to them or whatever, because y'all talked about it, but there's still some, residual feelings going on. So you don't really know. So I definitely understand where Sequoia is coming from. TT and Cree, they come to mend fences. That's one thing that I was happy to see, because I do feel like this whole situation between TT and Cree was not that fucking serious. It didn't even have to be that fucking serious. And speaking of Cree hit me up on Twitter tonight. Let me tell y'all what she said, because I didn't bother to put it on the screen. But Cree hit me up on Twitter tonight, basically saying, I heard through the YouTube squad that you mad at me this season, but I still love you though. Keep pushing and working on your craft, and I wish you nothing but success and the blessings. Long as you know that I was mad with her ass and I wasn't taking it back. Now I did, write her back. And I did tell her, you know what I'm saying, that I was definitely mad at you, but I'm glad that you're taking it in stride, and the kind words, I appreciate it. So yeah, she seen my shit. She knows that I'm pissed and that I didn't appreciate her whack ass attitude this season. She know what it is. She know I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat nothing. Just because I like you and just because we've exchanged pleasantries on social media, that don't mean that I'm gonna let your ass get away with the fuck shit. I can't do that. That's not in my character. I can't do that. Period. Okay. So yeah, she hit me up, but I'm glad that her and TT got past that bullshit because that's really what it was. Some bullshit. And don't nobody want to stay on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But where the fuck is Savannah at? Where's her and her bad wigs at? You know, where's she at? You know, I'm still wondering, but okay. It's Egypt and Sam's wedding day. Egypt is still nervous about the fact that her mama might or may not come. She really don't know. Tret shows his support. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, at the end of the day, it's your day, so you can't really be focused on who's gonna be there or not. At the end of the day, you with the person that you love, so it don't matter. Then Trep I'm not Trap. Pepper arrives and her and Tretch have a conversation about this marriage. He said they was pretty much the same. Egypt and Sam is just like they were in their 20s. They got married. Nobody can tell them shit. They did what the fuck they wanted to do. They didn't care if anybody disagreed with it or not. They still did what they wanted to do. So who are we to judge? Let them do them. And Pepper was like, but it's just the way that it happened. It's the way that it happened. And Tretch said, but this is the way they wanted it, so we got to accept it. I guess, Tretch. I guess, but I still don't think this is a good decision. But it is what it is. Whether we disagree, whether we agree with it or not, go talk to your daughter. Pepper talks to her daughter. Everything's kosher. Sam and Egypt marry, and that's the end of the episode. God, this was a boring ass season. God, they need to do something about next season. God, I don't want to see some of these people again. So let me tell y'all this, because this video actually went longer than I anticipated it, because I didn't expect it to be no 16 minutes long. That's just the truth. But however, before we go, let me just say this. Y'all need to get rid of some of these people, because some of these people ain't bringing y'all shit to this show, and y'all need to get rid of their ass, okay? Now, y'all already got rid of Romeo and Master Hips last season. That was a great thing right there. I ain't mad at you about that. But some other folks need to go. Like, Angela needs to fucking go. Why is she here? She needs to go. Angela, the main one that needs to go. Vanessa can stay to a certain extent. Tanise and JoJo can stay to a certain extent. But it's these other hoes they need to go, okay? Like, I'm tired of Sam and Egypt. Let them go. Let them go. And then I'm already hearing that TT is leaving the show. So my thing is, if TT is leaving the show, then Sam and Egypt need to go too, because without TT, they definitely ain't got no damn storyline. They ain't got no juice. They ain't got nothing without TT. So if TT gone, Sam and Egypt need to be gone the fuck on too, okay? And that's just me being real about the situation. Okay, so after that, give us more little twists. Why don't we see little twists that much? Give us more Brianna, because she makes the show for me. Where's Boogie? Why we ain't seeing him like that? Where is Boogie at? Can y'all tell me where he at? More Boogie, okay? More Sequoia, okay? Y'all can even give me more Cree and Savannah. Although I can't stand Savannah. Cree disappointed me this season, but I would rather see them than a lot of these other girls, okay? Like, serious, because this became the Simmons show mid-season to the end, and the Sam and Egypt show, and no one is interested. I can deal with little Easy E and Dirt Cheap still being here, but give them a bigger role and add people that matter. There's a lot of industry kids that you can put on Growing Up Hip Hop, okay? Like, seriously, period. Bring Remarkable from Growing Up Hip Hop and like bring her on the show. You know what I mean? Like, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do some. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit was boring as fuck, okay? But before we go, let's get into the things that we have coming up on Scotty by Nature TV. So let's get into the promotion. The Whether You Like It or Not panel will be returning in May, okay? And it will be starring Scotty by Nature TV, Giving You the Real Tea, Josiah's World TV, Y'all Critiques, Really Be TV, and Simply Sakina. We will be discussing the Real Housewives of Atlanta as well as Basketball Wives, okay? So be on the lookout for Whether You Like It or Not panel in May. All right? Okay. The Influence with myself and Reggie Artiste will be another show that's coming out in April right here on Scotty by Nature TV, where we'll be discussing nothing but black music and black music only, and it will be featuring appearances by some of our childhood friends, as well as TTV and possibly LaRon TV, okay? Female Rap Elite. So be on the lookout for The Influence this April. Also, Who Was Wrong is also a brand new segment that I got coming up on my channel. It will be featuring me and 10 of your favorite content creators. Be on the lookout for that, as well as we get into it and dissect and have friendly banter about who was wrong in certain situations on reality TV, movies, or sitcoms, what have you. All right. And last but not least, let's get into Roast Review. Okay. Now, Roast Review is a rotating panel that stars Scotty by Nature TV, giving you the real tea, and Josiah's World TV. But we roast the review Candy and the Gang, as well as Love and Marriage Huntsville. Every Wednesday, it will be on all three of our channels. So if you have not done so, be sure to subscribe to all three of us as well, so you can get your weekly dose of roast and review. And I have a playlist of every roast and review episode, so be right there, because Roast Review is a great show, and we give y'all nothing but the tea and the blues every week. Don't be sleeping now, because we good at what we do. Okay, now with that being said, you guys, be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops, okay? And also, if you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter and my IG will be down below. But if you want me to follow you back on IG, be sure to hit me up in the DMs with the hashtag Mrs. Team Scotty, and your boy will definitely follow you back, all right? With that being said, you guys, until my next video, I'll holler at you later. Until then, peace out.